Hello, everybody, and welcome to my comic review. I am Rainbow Red Panda, and today I am going to be reviewing Death Sentence number 1. It is published by Titan Comics. It is written by Monty Nero, all one word, and illustrated by Mike Dowling. Now, this series, if you don't see, it was endorsed by Mark Millar back before it was a Titan comic. So it has that going for it. They sort of definitely have gotten the point across that he really liked the series, which that is a big deal. Like, it's not often that you see, an artist like him endorsing, a smaller, unknown, team of creators. I think they each have kind of worked on a few small things, but this is their first major thing that they've had published. I really like it. I read this comic a couple months ago, and I thought it was amazing. I couldn't wait to get the hardcover yesterday, and it did not disappoint me. I like reading comics on PDFs. However, I always feel like I can't properly, dissect the artwork because at least, maybe if I had like a super high definition computer or whatever, but I mean, I read this on my phone and I have an iPhone and it has, good quality, but reading a comic book on a little phone, like you miss things, and I totally missed some awesome things. Like some of my favorite parts about the drawings in this comic are things that I missed until I got the actual hard copy. So I'm super excited that I decided to get it. That's one reason why I like actual covers, actual copies instead of PDFs. For that reason, you miss some details unless you're like, reading it on a computer or something where, the panels are going to be bigger and all of that. So, enough on my preference of reading choices. Death Sentence follows three young people. It follows Verity, who is a female graphic designer, Weasel, who is once he was a mega successful musician. He was in a group, and then the group fell apart. They sort of pushed him as a solo act, and he pretty much failed. He was very into drugs, alcohol, I don't know, pretty much anything. Just think of like a sad tale of a rock and roll musician, and you pretty much have Weasel's story. And then you have Monty, he was named after Monty Nero, imagine that. And he is a media personality who pretty much gets whatever he wants. And by whatever he wants, I mean he gets whatever woman he wants. So that is sort of his claim to fame. These three young people have all been recently diagnosed with the G plus virus, which is an STD that gives you superpowers, but 6 months after you get the superpowers, you die. So that is definitely not a good thing. If it was an STD that just gave you superpowers, I think it would probably be the one STD that, people wanted. Generally, you do not want STDs. I think there are probably some very strange people out there that for some reason want them, but this is one that you definitely don't want. It's like AIDS plus, basically. It's called the G plus virus, and there is no cure, there is no treatment, there's nothing. Like basically you get it and it's a death sentence. That's the title. It is a death sentence. So it sort of it shows how they deal with it. Verity is my favorite. I wrote in my review for following the narrative of this comic, I would totally be Verity's, like if she had a fan club, I would totally be the president. I think she is amazing. She is the girl on the cover. First of all, I love her chest piece. I love her tattoo. I also love her little panda hat thing. If they made these, I would buy like 5 of them. But her personality is just amazing. Like she has this very wittiness about her, and even in this time that she's supposed to be, extremely sad, she sees things, she's down, but just the words that she uses, her expressions, all of that, it's like, you go girl. Like you have this awesomeness about you, and even though you're dying, and even though it sucks, and that it sucks, you're still able to tell your boss to shove it and all of this. Like you're still able to keep your composure, you're not breaking down in front of everybody, you're not having a mental breakdown, you're strong. So that is my favorite. Her boss is a complete dirtbag, but I do like one thing. I noticed this part whenever I read the PDF, but until I got the comic I didn't notice my favorite part. Okay, I for some reason think that her boss sort of looks like Mike Norton. He has nothing to do with this comic, but this is her boss right here. And he sort of looks like Mike Norton, But if you guys, I don't know how much you guys actually know about like things, but his shirt has the WWF panda on it. And I have one of those shirts. I'm all about the World Wildlife Foundation. So I don't know, that was my favorite thing. And it's weird how like her boss is a complete like douchebag. Excuse the language if that offends you, but he is. He's a total douchebag, and he still has, you know, that charity's shirt on him. So I thought that was hilarious. You have Weasel, who I already described, you know, once super famous, now they're basically just getting every penny off of him that they can. And now with this virus, they're hoping to capitalize, you know, make more money. Oh, he's dying, you know, we're going to have a farewell tour. He's going to record 6 albums and they're going to sell forever. Like, no one cares about him. They just care about the money that he can bring in. And then you have Monty, who is this like personality he gets whatever he wants. Like he's totally like eating up every piece of fame that he gets from this virus. He's cashing in on it. He is appearing everywhere. He's doing all these interviews. He has it all basically. I mean, he is still dying, but he is like having the time of his life. By the end of it, Verity and Weasel have sort of developed at least their first signs of superpowers. Monty, as far as I can tell from reading this thing about 3 or 4 times, I still don't think that he has found his powers yet. I'm guessing that it will be coming in the next issue or so. So, I don't know. I would highly, highly suggest. I have not seen any bad things about this death sentence. And it is something that at my store, I special ordered it, but so did somebody else. So it is something that, at least in my area, other people besides me are just reading. So that has to be a good sign as well. But I don't know. I would highly, highly suggest that. I think it looks really awesome. For being a Titan comic, like literally, I could see this being an Image title. Like it's very strong. I could almost, if it wasn't an STD that they contracted, I could see Vertigo even going with this title. It's just, I don't know, there's just something about it. It's amazing. It's brilliantly written. It really is. It could easily be a movie. It could be anything. Like if it was a movie, it would be amazing, and I would go and see it as many times as I could afford. And I would do, I don't know, I would be like a total fangirl of this movie. Like everyone likes Kick-Ass, and you know Mark Millar did that, but I mean I like Kick-Ass, but this would totally be better for me. So that's my review on Death Sentence. I hope that you guys got something out of that. I sort of tend to fangirl over it. I'm like already like a total fangirl, and it's just on its first issue. But I don't know, check it out. It is really amazing. I'm really, this creative team that's working on it, for being new, you don't get that at all. I mean, even reading the interviews, like I've read interviews of them doing, you know, press for it, and they sound like they're like seasoned pros, like they know exactly what they're doing. And you know, they are new. It's out there. It's a fact. You know, they don't deny that they're new, but they don't sound new at all. And by reading this, you wouldn't think that they were new at what they do. So definitely check it out. Give them support. Give them love. And if you guys have read this, let me know what you think, because I want opinions on this comic. So that is all I have for this review. I will see you guys next time. Bye!